story about a man who was visiting with another friend, and they started to reminisce about times when they were young. It prompted this one gentleman to recall an instance that he had with his father that had made a very big impression on his life. He was just 18, just turned 18 years old, was graduating from high school probably about this time of the year. And he had asked his dad if he could go out with some of his buddies on a Friday night, not for any purpose necessarily, they were just going to hang out together. His dad said, sure, that's fine, but remember, curfew is still in effect. I expect you back home by midnight. The young man, of course, nodding in agreement. But as things would kind of work out sometimes, they start talking, doing things. It didn't happen that he got home at midnight. He broke his curfew. In fact, he didn't get home until about 6 o'clock in the morning. And as he's walking up the driveway, about 6:15, his dad comes walking out the door on his way to work. His dad had a second job just to help keep ends meeting in the family. He was going to work on Saturday morning early. The young man could tell his dad was furious. His dad just kept walking toward him, and he simply said, "You're grounded for 5 days, bread and water for supper." And he kept right on walking. Later that day, in the afternoon, getting toward evening, supper was getting ready. His mom was making supper. His dad came home. Things went along fine. They all sat down at the table, his siblings, mom and dad. Beautiful layout of all sorts of wonderful food that his mother had prepared. They said grace. They started passing the bowls and started to eat. And in front of him, as he expected, was a plate with a couple of pieces of bread and a glass of water on the side. So he kind of started to tear off a piece of bread to start to eat. And out of the corner of his eye, he saw his dad get up off of his chair at the end of the table. And he picked up his plate and he come around the table. He set it in front of his son, and he took the plate with the bread on it and went back to his own place, and he started to eat. The young man was speechless. And finally, he just kind of blurted out, "What are you doing? Why did you do that?" And his dad said to him, "Because that's how much God the Father loves you, even when you disobey Him. I wanted you to know His love is what sent Jesus to us for our salvation, and it is that same love and unity of the Father and Son that gives us the Holy Spirit." The person that was recalling that story from many, many years ago is now a priest for the Archdiocese of Denver. Throughout the Easter season, we've had numerous readings telling us of God's love. God is love. Love one another. And today, in this Feast of the Holy Trinity, God is telling us again that we are loved. We are worth all of it. The sacrificing of His Son, Jesus. And today, in this feast, He wants us to know that He will always be in communion with us. He wants to be with us, with the three persons of the Trinity, for the rest of time. The power of love is a service that can really build people up, give hope to those who are lost, who don't know the way, or who are unsure. It can even resurrect, give new life to what was broken or destroyed. Its source is found in the union of love between the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. That love is powerful, fulfilling, and life-giving, and can be had by all of us every day because we are children of and belong to God. Jesus' promise in the gospel today is real. I am with you always until the end of the age. In our faith and in our love, may we